one thing I love about history is history tells a fine story about how we got to where we are today. And it also tells a story how we were once ruled by the British and what they would do. So a lot of people talk about 1776, but what they don't talk about is the fact that they used to kick in the doors and take your houses, and you didn't have nothing to defend yourself with. Well, look what's going on today. You take our guns away, who's gonna be kicking on our door? It ain't gonna be your neighbor. Your neighbor's gonna be covering for you. Who's it gonna be? Just keep that in mind. I have an 11-year-old daughter. I'll be damned if somebody kicks in my door. Woo! For the media who asked me, the first question was, how do I feel as an African-American man in a predominantly white community? While y'all are watching, this is my family, because I'm a Bedford County resident.
This thing is really, I mean, again, it's taking off like nothing I have ever seen in 15 years of covering the Second Amendment.
There are people in Richmond right now threatening localities with state funding and everything else if they do this. And so this is part of the process where you come alongside your local leaders and you say, look, we have your back. We have your back. We're not going to trade our freedom. We're not going to trade essential liberties, essential civil liberties, for a couple crumbs that Richmond tries to throw our way.
The Attorney General was asked recently whether or not Second Amendment sanctuary statutes or resolutions were legal. And his response in his statement that he just released was that the legal precedent we would set by allowing communities to selectively ignore those laws at will is alarming and indicative of the same mindset that nearly 150 years ago led this country to dissolve into a civil war. I have corrected his statement to reflect where we truly are sitting today. What his statement should have said is that the legal precedent we would set by allowing the legislature to selectively ignore enumerated rights at will is the same mindset that 150 years ago led this country into a civil war.
This is a grassroots effort. These are my neighbors. The people that asked me to get involved here, some of them I've known for 35 years. They're not lobbyists. They're people that don't want to be turned into felons overnight.
Being that I'm a black man, I take owning guns very important to me because what my ancestors been through, which I believe they should have had guns to protect themselves. So there's no way I'm going to turn in my guns, especially to expect me to trust the government to give them my guns to protect me when they're the ones who enslaved my ancestors.
Virginia Governor Ralph Northam saying that there could be, quote, consequences for those counties that do not enforce the new gun control laws that he wants to put on the books. First question I've just got to ask, I mean, what is your reaction to hearing the governor say that counties are going to face consequences if they don't comply with unconstitutional gun laws? Representative Donald McEachin suggesting that the National Guard needs to be called out to these Second Amendment sanctuary counties?
This is our Commonwealth. And that outside and in this room is the very militia that the Constitution is talking about.
A firearm gives a weaker person the ability to defend themselves from a stronger attack.
One of the gentlemen earlier spoke about predator and prey. I'm prey. I can't defend myself if I don't have a weapon. How can I outrun or hide from somebody coming after me if I wouldn't have a weapon at my disposal? I can't.
The county government's website listed an average 911 response time of 6.5 minutes. I know from experience that I wasn't able to fight off my attacker in 6.5 minutes. And I'm sure most of the people here, including those of you on the board, wouldn't be able to do so either.
My brothers and sisters, I still say my country 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee, I say. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride from every mountain. My prayer tonight that we might recover this Commonwealth and bring it back to its constitutional foundation is our Father's God to thee, author of liberty to thee we sing. Long may our land be bright with freedom's holy light. Protect us by thy right, great God our King. I want to tell you all, don't you